The only thing that is good for them is be a lawyer or be a doctor. That's one thing. Hello and welcome back to my channel with another video. So I thought I never really told you about how tough it is to be raised by Lebanese parents. In here, parents are very different from a typical Lebanese mom or dad. They have a specific way of raising their children, and sometimes it's nice, sometimes not as nice. So let's get started. First thing that I really remember about my parents being kind of demanding. The first thing I remember from my childhood is going to school and how important is schoolwork for our parents was. So for a typical Lebanese parent, school is very important. They would do anything to be good, to have good grades. If you're not good, you're a fucking failure in life. The thing that my parents tell me, if I had a bad grade, they'd be like, حتروح تبيع chocolates على الطريق, which literally means you will end up selling gum on the street. Selling gum on the street is a very typical thing in Lebanon. All the homeless people, they sell gum on the street. Parents that scare their children, they tell them, oh, you'll end up like them if you don't study hard. So that's how my parents used to scare me. I'm not sure if all Lebanese parents do that, but my parents used to tell me that a lot. And they have this sense of competition that is really strong. They love comparing their children to other children. My mom used to compare me to a lot of, my friends, and the typical Lebanese parent would compare your grades, your school success with your cousins, with the children of the family. They'd be like, oh, he's doing better, you should do way better than him. Like, why is he better than you? اللي هو أحسن منك. It's always a competition between the children of the family, like the cousins especially. It's not really always about siblings as much as cousins. Cousins, it's like there's always that tension between cousins when they're talking about grades, and their parents always try to glorify their children's grades in front of their brothers or sisters, that our children are doing way better than yours. You have to be good at every single thing. At history, geography, languages, math, like sciencey stuff. It's very important. It's way more important than being good in languages. Actually, language is really important too, but science and math and like biology, physics, chemistry, it's like if you're good at those, the other things are not as important. But if that's how they see if you're smart, oh, my kid is, a scientist, but they do not care about art, music. They're gonna say, what are you gonna be, a musician? Like, you're gonna be poor. I don't care if you're good at it or not. شو هتعمل لي واحدة فنانة? They're gonna mock you. Like, if you're gonna be an artist, that's not a good thing. Musician, like, don't even try. The good thing, if you want to be good at something, be good at science mainly and languages. So, also languages, some parents like to their children to be very fluent with more than one or two languages. The typical Lebanese child is fluent with 2 or 3 languages. Some of them are fluent with 4. but I'm fluent with 3, and all of my friends were also fluent in 3. Once you get in your teenagers, they're really, once you're a kid, they'll be like, oh my god, my child is so cute. They like to compliment their children a lot about how they look like, even though you're not really beautiful. But I don't know, my parents used to tell me, oh, like they like to compliment the looks a lot, even though if you have something bad, they will point it out, like, oh, you have a big nose, and after like 1 hour, you're like, oh, you're so beautiful. That's how it is. It's very weird, but that's how it is. Like, once you should go get a fucking surgery, and the other time you're like so beautiful, you don't need anything, you're a queen, and it's very kind of confusing. For us, girls and guys should be equally smart. It's always like the girls and the guys, they really care about school. They're not like, oh, you're a girl, you shouldn't be good at school. Actually, it's the opposite. They really care about school, either you're a guy or a girl. But usually when you're a guy, like, they make you do manlier stuff, like, that requires strength. And girls like, oh my god, you should look pretty, take care of your hair. My mom used to do that a lot with me. She didn't really focus on my brothers as much as me. It's like, oh my god, she used to do as much as possible to make me wear a dress, to make me do my hair. It was really, it can be annoying sometimes if you're not into those girly stuff as much as your parents are, but that's how we used to clash a lot. But now we don't really talk about it. But once you got old in university, they also really care. They will do anything for you to get in a good university. They will do anything. They will try as hard as possible to get you into a good university. So when they go to their friends, oh, my son, oh, my daughter is in that or this university, they like to brag about their kid going to good university and having a good job. They really love like this bragging. It's called something like prestige. It's like, oh my god, my son is in that college or that university, he's studying medicine. For Lebanese parents, going to art school is not a thing. Being a musician is not a thing. Even literature, like can't say that word. Like, going to like languages is not also, like, you have to speak many languages, but don't do it as a career. It won't get you anywhere. The only thing that is good for them is be a lawyer or be a doctor. That's one thing. Or be, a huge businessman. That's the 3 things that they like to see their children do. If you go to arts, you're probably not gonna get anything, and they're gonna be pissed, and you're gonna have so many problems with them. Once I chose to go into animation, I had so many problems with my dad specifically. He did not understand why I wanted to do this. It's like, why don't you do biology like your brothers? He wouldn't get it. Then he was like, okay, then do architecture. Lebanese parents, they're gonna help you out with your fees, with how much you owe university. They're gonna pay for every single thing. It's not like American people. Like, they leave you, you pay, and you have to work your ass off to pay for your university. No, Lebanese parents will pay for you. Most of them, like 99%, they will. It's very rare that I see parents that don't pay for their kids' university. It's always like that. They're gonna help you out as much as possible, but do what they want. If you don't do what they want, they're gonna be pissed, but they're gonna help you out eventually. It's not a thing to leave your own children to their doom. That's what I was thankful for. I worked a bit in university, but I didn't have to work as much as other people because I had my father's help to pay for me for every single step. and till I started working, I started, you know, to pay for my own things. Even if you're 50, you want something, you want money, they will try to help you as much as possible. Once you get old and you go into university, they will start talking about marriage. It's a very important thing. Especially for girls, it's earlier, so they will try to convince you to meet someone from their own choice. Like, oh, meet that guy, he's nice, he has money. All they care about if the guy has money. It's a very important quality. Like, plus religion for Lebanese parents is super duper duper extra important. So religion, and if he has money. You should pick the ones that they want and they see fit, and you just do what they want. They can be very controlling. They want to make sure you have a good life, but it's just too much control. So once you get old, and for me, I live in US and my parents live in Lebanon. That's not a very Lebanese thing. Usually Lebanese parents get scared so much over their child, they will do anything for not to leave him live alone. For me, like, my mom she tries to visit as much as possible, and my dad sometimes. It's very rare that he comes. Having an independent life is not really a thing. You should always have your parents with you. It's like you come with a package, like you and your mom and your dad, like they all come with you. But no, once you get married, they don't. Some parents want to live with their children once they get married, but lots of them don't. But if you're single, they will try to live with you, and they think that they will help you that way. Because the mom will try to cook for you, she will try to make everything like clean. She thinks that the way she does it is way better than the way you do it. I have that fight a lot with my mom. Like, she does not like my cleaning, she don't like my cooking. She doesn't like anything. It's always the way she wants to do it. Like, if she cleans something, even though I clean it the same way, she's like, oh, that looks better. So that's a very Lebanese thing. Plus, they can be a bit conservative, especially with their daughter. Like, oh, try not to, just inappropriately. Like, they will say, "Aib," like, it's not good. The girl should always be dressed appropriately, so the neighbors wouldn't talk about oh, like, oh my god, this girl is a whore or whatever. Usually the mom would say, oh, I do, like, عيب ما تلبسي هيك, or عيب هلا الجيران بيحكوا. That means, like, this is not good. The neighbors will talk now about us. And parents there usually care a lot about reputation and how they represent themselves towards the public, towards the neighbors, towards family, even, like, whoever, even your grandfather. The child should be always be represented as, polite, just appropriately. Lebanese also, Arabs in general, they hit their kids if they don't listen to them, or they have the machine, the shoes, or the asay, the broom, they'll hit you. I mean, I'm kind of for the hitting part. I mean, some kids don't learn until you hit them a bit. So if you agree, if you're Lebanese and you agree with me, well, this is how Lebanese parents are. But so if you like my video, please thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.